Hello. My name is King Her. This is season 2, episode 10 of Live Well, Sleep Well. 15 20-minute podcast videos here on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, and so. Post every day when I can. And here we go. Today's topic is going to be about try, and try again. It's something that I'm very passionate about because I was never the greatest at what I want to do. And I was never the greatest, like the top 1%. But that didn't mean that I couldn't get there. And I just had to try, and try again and fail and try again. Of course, when you try and try again and you fail, you're not just mindlessly doing it either. You have to think about it. You have to analyze it. You have to see what you could do better. See where there could be improvements. Because there's one thing. It's one thing to try and not give up. It's another thing to try and just mindlessly try. Um, but the reason why I'm very passionate about this idea is that, like I said, I'm never really the greatest. Like, let's say music, singing, dancing, even just like sports. I was never the greatest, no, but I didn't want to give up, and I wanted to be better. And the drive was just to be better than I was before, and that's what really pushed me to be better. And for you as well, if you try and try again, it's the idea that it's okay to not be good. It's okay to not be great at what you do, but it's that you want to do better. That you're not gonna give up. That you're gonna push through adversity, and you're going to come out the other end stronger, better, and that you accept that challenge. It's a model that I believe can be applied to a lot of things in life, namely just, for example, for me, like before I was having trouble with balancing a part-time and following my career, right? A career in doing music, dancing, and singing. And now it's like, I failed it before where I was taking so much time with my part-time and being distracted, and that made me a little bit more hesitant, a little more scared of picking up a part time again. And now it's like, no, I can do it, because even though I failed before, I can do it again and do it better. And not just that, but figure out what was the issue, that figure out a better work system, and having those skills to the point now where I can balance a part time and my career at the same time, where it's not the part time, it's the workflow that I have that I need to work on. And that's basically me try and try again. I failed before, but I shouldn't be afraid to try again. Um, Even if I might have failed again, not saying that I won't fail. I'm just saying that I'm trying, and try again. Um, but that's an example that you can use if you're balancing different aspects of your life. You're balancing your school with your personal life, or maybe you're balancing business and school. There's a lot of things that could be talked about, and not just balancing, but also, let's just say you're working out. You fail to curl 25 pounds. But then if you keep practicing, not 25, but you keep practicing 10, 15, 20, then 25, then you'll slowly and surely build up to 25. It's try and try again. But that's also the game plan too. You can't just keep trying to curl a 25 pound, even though you can't. That's not very smart. That's not very smart, efficient, or that's not saying that you can't do that, but you're only gonna mostly hurt yourself by taking that sort of route. Where it's not like you're not just mindlessly trying again with the 25 when you know you can't. You're like, I tried it, I couldn't do it, but now let me try incremental weights so that I can get to 25. Let's do 10, 15, 20, then 25. That's how you try and try again. How does this apply to live well, sleep well? Well, this applies to live well, sleep well because, to live well and sleep well, you want to be satisfied with life, and you want to be in a good place in your life. And when there's failure, it does suck. And when you do fail, it doesn't feel good. because of course it doesn't feel good. Who wants to fail, But that doesn't mean that you have to give up, or that you're a failure, that this is it. This is all you're up to. That this is all you're good for. No. When you fail, it's another opportunity to get up and reassess everything and try again, try again. And also, even if, here's another perspective for failing too, is that failing or failure or success, they're all in the eyes of the beholder. What that means is that it's on your perspective. Did you fail or did you succeed? Depends on just how you choose to see things, and and where you stand. You could say that losing $100 is a failure, or you could say losing $100 was a success, because losing that $100 led to you to success. Or you could say losing $100 was a failure because I lost $100. There's a lot of perspective. There's a lot of ways you can look at things, and you can word things. And also, failure and success, they are, like I said, they're in the eyes of the beholder. Is it a failure or is it a success? Or what is failure? What is success? There's a lot of things that you can talk about, but that's just a perspective on the idea of failing. And that even if you do fail and you try again, and you feel like it's not for you, that's okay too. Because the thing is, it's not always about succeeding. It's not always about whether you succeed or fail. It's also about what are you getting out of this. You're always getting something out, but what is it that you are getting out? Let's say I'm trying to run a marathon, and I figured that as I'm doing the marathon, I only got to 3/4 of the way, and there's still another 1/4, but I ended up giving up. Does that mean I'm a failure? Yeah, because I didn't win, right? Because I didn't get to the finish line. But I'm a failure because I trained all the way, and then I just knew that something gave out, or I couldn't go the last 1/4 mile, the 1/4 left of the marathon. Does that mean I'm a failure? Well, that depends on you, the eye of the beholder. Yes, I'm a failure. I didn't get to the finish line, but I'm proud and successful for even trying the marathon, for even training up to it, for even taking that seriously, for even getting to that point. Of course, let's say I end up finishing it in the marathon. Did I succeed or did I fail? Let's say I finished the marathon, but I was the last person to finish. Did I fail or did I succeed? I succeeded because I passed the marathon. I failed because I was the last person to finish, right? It's all about perspective. It's all about what you're trying to get out. And try again leads into that. Once you try again, you also start to realize that when you look back on it, it's all about perspective. Is it failing? Literally, in the literal term, in the factual kind of a thing, yeah, you could say it's failing because you didn't meet your original goal. But did you succeed in trying something new? Did you succeed in challenging yourself? Yes. Did you succeed in finding something that you can't do? Yes. Did you succeed in becoming stronger? Well, yeah. I mean, if you're doing something new that you're not used to, it is perspective. It is understanding what is in front of you. And yeah, this whole idea of try again, I really like it. But I also, whenever I think of this idea of try again, it always comes to mind, am I doing this mindlessly? Am I actually thoughtful about this? What is success? What is failure? What is it that I'm trying to get at? All these questions comes up when you're trying and try again, because you're not just mindlessly trying again, right? You're not just mindlessly getting things to go. You're thinking about things, and you're being very conscious about it, and that's what will lead you to success. That's what lead you to that ultimate greatness. That joyful feeling, that idea that yes, this is what I want to do. This is where everything is coming together. Yeah, this is what you can say is greatness, where you're not just mindlessly acting. Because it's so easy to just mindlessly act, to not think about it, to just do it. But it takes a lot more work when you have to think about things, when you have to consider things, when you have to sit down and really analyze your own work and your own critique. Okay, so how do you start? Well, to start, to try again, it's that you just have to literally not give up. You have to have that fire and that passion for what you're trying to do, and say, you know what, I messed up, but let me try again. Or I know this looks dumb, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna try again. Of course, there's limits and there's limitations to that sort of thought process, but at a beginner level, you have to try again. In order to try again, you have to put yourself through that. You have to, uh, you know, be in that spot and say, okay, I'm gonna try again. Um, of course, there's a lot of application you can put it for, a lot of major things, a lot of minor things. Like, let's say if you're using the idea try again on something as big as, let's say your car has been broken down for the last 3 years, and you try again. You're like, you know what? I want to try again. Well, it's been about 3 years. Maybe you've gotten what you got out of it, and now it's just a plus minus coming back to you, meaning a net negative, meaning you're not really getting much back anymore from trying to work on this car for 3 years, because it's clearly that the resources spent on this car is not returning in your favor. So that's one way you can try again and it not working out. Or let's say you're try again, where you're trying to build your connections, where you're trying to connect with friends, or you're trying to, let's say you're trying to be an artist, you're trying to make connections, you're trying to find the right people to talk to, and you're trying to make the right connections. People close their doors on you, and people might judge you, and people might push you away, but sooner or later you start to figure out, okay, the people I need to talk to, and you start to meet the correct people, and you start to be a part of a great organization, and you're like, you know what, because I've tried to try again, I'm here now, and I'm able to be where I am needed the most. You didn't give up on your dream, and you didn't give up even though someone told you no, even though someone closed their door on you. You found new opportunities and new paths and new people to really trust. Though that is another way that try again works well in your favor. But let's say in another parallel world, as an artist, you're try again, but you're really going nowhere. It's been 5-6 years, and nothing's really happening. Then that's when you really have to sit down and really take everything into consideration, like what you've been doing, or how's everything's been going. Are you been working well? Are you actually improving? What do you bring to the table? And there's so many other questions you can think about, but those are different scenarios of try again, where things can fail, things can succeed, and things that are more in the gray area that is not sure. Of course, like I said, everything is perspective, and the more you look at things, the more you just do things not mindlessly. You're doing things because there is a reason and there's a purpose. Then you start to realize where you stand and where everything works and where everything matters. Yeah, and that's basically all I have today for this podcast, is try again. And hopefully that's something that you can take from home, and something that's something you can apply to yourself too. Hopefully that's something that you would enjoy, and hopefully my experience and just my perspective and my examples have helped you understand try again, and hopefully that's something you want to do more in the future. It doesn't take a lot to try again, but it does take a lot to analyze and to really look at things and be a critique of yourself, and to take things to heart, know when to take things to heart, and also know when to not take things to the heart. That yes, I just need to improve. It has nothing to do with my feelings. It has nothing to do with how I feel. It's all about me needing to get better. Let's say you're not up to par with your dancing. For example, let's say someone was to critique me. I'm not up to par with my dancing. I take nothing personally from that. That's true. I'm not up to par, and I need to get better. Now, how can I get better? Tell me, show me, and would you like to teach me how to be better? It's like my personal feeling has nothing to do with this, because yes, I need to get better. Now tell me how to get better, show me how to get better, explain to me what I need to do to be better in your eyes, and let me take that in and consume it and digest it before I can give you a better response, because I'm not sure myself how to get better, and I would like to know more. So that's an example of giving their time and knowing when to take things personally and when not to take things personally. The reason why I bring that up was because it's try again. It's just another thing where it's like when you try again, sometimes you need to understand that it's not just all about you, or it's not just all about a personal thing. It's more like just say need to get better. Does that kind of make sense? I feel like I had a train of thought there and I lost it, but I'm gonna leave it in the video anyways because I think it was a good train of thought. Anyways, that'll be all. Thank you so much for watching. And if you got this far, it's very nice that you watched this much. This has been season 2, episode 10. My name is King Her. I go by the artist name Nya Well. All right, have a good one.